European Union leaders at a Crunch summit dinner are set to rebuff Theresa May's appeal for trade talks while they seek to publicly talk up her efforts in the Brexit negotiations because they fear that the Prime Minister's domestic weakness will leave her unable to make vital concessions on Britain's divorce bill. The German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, will lead European leaders in Brussels on Thursday in seeking to put the best gloss on their refusal to widen the talks, according to diplomatic sources. There are ways to say it kindly and encouragingly or less kindly and less encouraging, said one senior EU diplomat. Brexit plan in paralysis with ministers set to delay EU withdrawal bill. Read more. The member states are acutely aware that the Prime Minister needs to come out of the summit with her dignity intact if she is to get her cabinet and party to accept concessions on the divorce bill, estimates of which vary from about €60 billion to €100 billion, £54 billion to £90 billion. One diplomat said they feared it was 50-50 whether there would be an agreement at the next key European Council summit in December, that sufficient progress had been made in the Brexit talks, amid some concern in Brussels about the stability of May's premiership. May is asked to take the floor at a dinner at the European Council summit on Thursday evening, where she will emphasise the concessions made in her Florence speech, including the €20 billion pledge to ensure no member state loses out in the years immediately after the UK leaves the bloc. She will call for both negotiating teams to show greater ambition in the coming weeks. However, she is not likely to make any additional offer. A Downing Street source said, the PM will reiterate her commitment to a successful Europe with the UK as a strong and committed partner. She will urge fellow leaders to focus on the shared opportunities and challenges ahead and encourage them to move the conversation on to focus on the future partnership and implementation period so that they are ready to engage in that discussion as soon as possible. May's address is unlikely to receive an immediate response from the leaders around the table, who are determined to maintain their position that the Brexit talks must go through the EU's chief negotiator, Michel Barnier. Draft conclusions insisting that there has been insufficient progress, in particular on the financial settlement, are also unlikely to be changed by the leaders. However, the member states believe the instability of the British government makes it vital for them to soften the blow for the Prime Minister, who will need to take the political risk of further major concessions on the financial settlement in the weeks to come if she is to unlock what Barnier described as a deadlock in the talks. It is believed the Dutch government, led by Mark Rutte, has particularly championed a warm welcome for May. On Wednesday it emerged that Downing Street had once again been forced to delay bringing the EU withdrawal bill back to the House of Commons as it struggles to respond to hundreds of hostile amendments, which are said to have sufficient support among Tory MPs to potentially inflict a defeat on the government.